transitioning out of camp mode into season mode, so we did service periods for the first time, and really it was just more to train how we do it during the season than anything else. And it was good. Tomorrow we'll do it again. It'll be even better. But today went from a little bit more of a training camp practice to an in-season practice. Still a little, a little bit in between, but we're moving that way. So I like where we are in terms of focus, and it was a good day. And trying to bring them back a little bit physically, and they're responding well. So.
Is there anything you want to see out of your team in these last couple camp days before you get fully into season mode?
Well, we're kind of, like I said earlier, just learning how to do the service team stuff. That's so important, given the proper look of the opponent, because you're so used to doing what UCLA asked you to do, and then to look at a card that's something foreign to you, just to learn how to do that. I think that's really important, because that's going to determine how much success you have or what kind of look you get during the week.
With how good the freshman class was last year, does that kind of raise the bar for maybe not just this class, but every successive class coming in, that they're going to kind of expect the same of themselves?
I would hope. I mean, it's all about competition, and they've seen that we played 18 true freshmen last year, and that's not going to happen this year. I don't think we had 18 true freshmen, so, but you want them to aspire to that for sure. Yeah.
What would you say the difference is between maybe this year's class as a whole compared to last year's?
In recruiting?
Yeah, just in terms of maybe the effect they've had or what you've seen out of them so far.
I don't know. I haven't really thought of it. I look at football players, not really ages. Like I was the other day sitting in there going through our roster, and I really couldn't have told you how many guys were juniors or seniors or red. I don't know. I look right now at this point in time, I'm evaluating football players, not classes. There's time to do that, but it's not right now, that's for sure. Right now is the time to evaluate football players and get ready for it.
You're pretty happy with the health of the team? There doesn't seem like there's so many guys over on a bike right now.
Yeah, I haven't been concerned with the health since day one. I've thought we've stayed healthy. Any dings we had were relatively minor. Obviously losing, Austin Roberts before we went to training camp, that hurts. Losing Sam Handler, that hurts. Losing Cameron Griffith, that's going to hurt his development a little bit. We'd have liked him to be able to go through practices all year, but and then Simon, but that's relatively minor. So I think we're coming out of this camp period in great health, and I'm excited about that. Because we got a lot of great work done the last couple of weeks and stayed healthy. And I think that, like I've said, that's a sign of our maturity, our ability to stay on our feet when we practice and work with each other instead of try to hurt each other.
What did you start to see towards the end of your last year in Thomas Duarte that maybe you didn't see right away?
Well, we actually did kind of see it right away. He played early. He's smooth, he's athletic, he's got excellent hands, he retains things very well. What didn't seem like he struggled mentally like some kids do, either with the playbook or with the level of play. And I think as the season went on, he just gained a lot of confidence, and Brett gained a lot of confidence in him. And as a staff, we gained a lot of confidence in the things he could do, and we could expand his role. And it's good that he's been able to be back out here, for the last few days, and then going into next week, he'll be 100%, and that should bode well for us.
What does he need to kind of add to his game this year that maybe you didn't see before?
Well, I think just like a lot of us is just consistency. Being the same guy in every play, being someone that's dependable and you can count on, that Brett can count on. And I think that comes with playing the game and experience and time in the system. So I think we'll see that out of Thomas.
What are the chances the freshman defensive lineman won't redshirt and will play, do you think?
I don't think any of those three will redshirt. Our plans right now are to play all three of those guys. I mean, they're good football players, and they're in the depth right now. So the plan's to play all three and play them a lot. In this conference, you have to be able to rotate guys through, and they're all good football players. So that could change, but right now we're planning on playing them all.
Is there anyone you've coached in the past that Thomas reminds you of a little bit?
Duarte?
Yeah.
Not really. No. When I was coaching the NFL, you didn't have that kind of hybrid-looking guy, and he's not. I was going to say, no, really, not really. Not really.
Have you thought?
It's a tough question. I'm just throwing that at me. I'm having to go back a long time.
Have you thought all that much about guys you do want to redshirt? Do you have guys in mind? Or?
We're going to go meet on that right now, as a matter of fact, and put together a preliminary plan. it's not really, we don't think about guys we want to redshirt, we think about guys that we want to play that can help us win. And the result of that is that some guys will redshirt, but we don't go, hey, let's redshirt this guy and save him. That's not our mindset, and never will be, I hope. It's who can help us win, and if they can help us win, you know, what role do they play, and is it worth it? And if it's worth it, then they're going to play. I'm not about, we're trying to win, like, right this second. So.
If there was a fourth running back that you were going to add to the three that we know are going to play, who do you think might be leading that? Between
you know, that's a great question, because before I came out on the field, I was kind of messing with that, and I put down 3 names, and I couldn't come up with a fourth yet until we get in that meeting and kind of put our heads together as a staff. But I don't know the answer to that. I can tell you a couple hours, yeah. Yeah.
What about those freshman defensive linemen told you that they're ready to play this year?
Well, physically they're mature. You know, when you look at Matt, you know, he's a specimen. He's a stud, and he retains information well, and he's gone against some good players in practice and done very, very well. I knew, you know, he's not the tallest guy, but he plays with great leverage. He's got really good hands, and he's effective inside. And then I think Jacob, if there was one of those 3 that we thought early maybe, you know, had some developing to do, it was him, but he's really developed quickly. And he looks to be a guy, he can really bend. He's very athletic. And he looks like a guy that can play. I mean, they've been going against some pretty darn good offensive linemen out here, and they do well. So we're planning to use them.
All right, thanks guys.
Okay, all right. Have a nice afternoon.